With Jurassic World set to release this Friday, what better time to look at some dinosaur games? Okay, let's start off by looking at the big old Capcom. They have so many series underneath their belt that it stands to reason that they've had an interest in dinosaurs at one point or another. So let's look at their series and where have they gone. The story begins with the beat-em-up classic Cadillacs and Dinosaurs for the arcade in 1993. It's based off of a comic book series, Xenozoic Tales, and was meant to tie into the cartoon show at the same time. The plot of said comic takes place in City in the Sea and its neighboring nearby jungle. The story starts 500 years from now, when an ensemble gang called the Black Marketers begin hunting the dinosaurs to serve their unknown purpose. The continuous hunting process has made the dinosaurs violent, and now they have started to attack people and villages. In order to get things sorted out again, Jack, Hannah, Mustafa, and Mess, the four playable characters in the game, have decided to team up against the evil deeds of the Black Marketers. Aside from the arcade game, there was a sequel for the Sega CD in 1994, but we haven't seen the series since. Post Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, it took Capcom 5 years before they decided to retread on dinosaurs yet again. This time, it experimented with developing a horror game similar to Resident Evil with Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis takes place on a fictional location known as Ibis Island in the year 2009. The Secret Operation Raid Team, SORT, has sent an agent, Tom, to investigate a research facility. During the recon mission, he learns that Dr. Edward Kirk, a world-renowned scientist who has been reported dead for 3 years, is leading a secret weapons project with the facility. SORT sends 4 agents, Regina, Jael, Rick, and Cooper, to acquire Kirk and turn him to custody. You play as Regina, and, just as I said, it was inspired by Resident Evil, post-Resident Evil 2, right along the same time as Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and it plays literally the same way, and you fight dinosaurs instead of zombies. It's pretty cool. The game launched on the PlayStation in 1999. It had a sequel, Dino Crisis 2, for the PS1, and an exclusive sequel on the original Xbox, and has been dead since 2003. Now, there was a game in between Dino Crisis 2 and 3. For the PlayStation 2 in 2002, there was Dino Stocker, a light gun spin-off. The game focuses on the central character, Lieutenant Mike Wired, who was caught in an intense dogfight during World War II. With nowhere to go, Mike appears to be doomed until he is suddenly teleported in the sky into the 3000s, that's BC, and must defend himself against an army of flying prehistoric predators. Now, this is pretty crazy in that it introduces time travel to the whole series, and despite its light gun premise, you can actually walk around. Now it's pretty much mostly on rails from there, but still it has a little bit of sway to the normal mechanics of said genre. And if hindsight is 2020, it was probably a good idea to call it Dino Stocker instead of Dino Crisis, as it was kind of a flop. And we come to the present, with Capcom's monstrous hit, Monster Hunter, which has ruled their sales from 2004 to present time. It started on the PS2 and has virtually come to everything since, spanning Nintendo games including ports and enhancements. It's all stayed virtually the same. Players make a hunter, start in a village, hunt monsters to help the villagers with menial tasks, build armor, become a super badass. And there's multiplayer thrown in there as well. And yes, it's called Monster Hunter, but make no mistake, half the game is fighting dinosaurs. So was Monster Hunter the stopgap Capcom was planning all along from their start with Cadillacs and Dinosaurs? Or will they try something new or retread on a classic sometime soon? Personally, I'd love to see an HD port of Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That'd be awesome, and or a remake or a reboot of Dino Crisis. After all, Capcom isn't one to shy away from these things, so it stands to reason that these hopes aren't really impossible. After all, they're making the Legacy Collection for Mega Man, so who knows what the future will bring. But for now, let's remember the classics and keep on wishing.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom.